Good day, frequent flyers from Hong Kong International Airport. Today I am back on board one of the world's most unique business class, the Eva Royal Laurel class. My day commenced at Hong Kong International Airport where, after a short visit to the Chase Sapphire Lounge, I was transported across the Taiwan Strait to Taipei's Taoyuan Airport, where my 13 hours flight to Munich will depart from in about 10 hours' time. Taoyuan Airport is typical of what you would expect to see at an Asian airport, with an excessive amount of designer boutiques and duty-free shops. As per my usual routine, I headed straight for the lounge to retreat from the mass below. The first feature that is very unique to Eva Air is the fact that they operate 4 distinct lounges at Taipei, which is quite outrageous considering the airline doesn't even have a first-class cabin. As a business or Royal Laurel class passenger, I am entitled to access 3 out of the 4 lounges here, and I decided to enter the Infinity, which is exclusively available to passengers travelling in business class, while assuming this would be the quietest option. Though I have to say, all the hypes of EVA evaporates the moment you enter the lounge, because everything about this lounge screams wear and tear, and the aesthetics of this place, with the 1990s karaoke style interior, makes it even less premium. The seatings are rather cluttered given the narrow footprint of the lounge, and there were moments of full capacity during my 10-hour stay in this space. This must be one of the few 5-star lounges that I would strongly advise against spending any more time than necessary at. After hours of boredom and limited seating options, I visited the buffet area, hoping that a glass of champagne would at least inject some much needed energy. But to my dismay, there was absolutely no sparkling wine here, not even a random Prosecco was presented. While there are some Taiwanese specialties, the buffet felt more akin to that of a street food experience, which is awesome when you visit Taipei, but you'd expect a higher caliber of hospitality in an international business class lounge. It simply doesn't make sense to maintain 4 separate lounges when the quality of each individual ones are so watered down, presumably by budget. I ended up sampling some minced pork with rice, which is a household staple in Taiwan. Due to the very long layover today, I decided to explore the terminal so I no longer need to feel confined in a rather uncomfortably crowded space. Still feeling peckish, I decided to venture out to the food court to enjoy a perennial Taiwan specialty, the beef noodle. I have to say this is the most fulfilling meal I have had throughout the entire day of travel, and I simply do not understand why EVA does not offer a simple noodle station like this in their lounge. Tonight, I'll be flying on board EVA's newest long-haul aircraft, Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner, with the airline's latest BMW-appointed business class seat. EVA's new generation business class features a staggered layout, with half of the seats being closer to the window and offering more privacy, while the other half offers a more direct aisle access. Even though this is not an unprecedented layout, the finishes on these seats are very impressive when experiencing it in person, together with the streamlined contour making the cabin futuristic but still completely practical. I assigned myself seat 1 Alpha on the port side. Waiting at the seat is a plush pillow and a duvet for this evening's flight. Despite being nearer to the aisle, 1 Alpha offers great privacy due to the galley wall on the other side of the aisle. There is also a plethora amount of storage spaces underneath the seat console, on top of which contains a desk where seat controls, power outlets and entertainment systems are located. Jason Wu designed slippers were distributed shortly after being seated, and I absolutely love the cabin ambiance with the welcome aboard video and background music during an otherwise frantic phase of flight. A few rounds of service interactions to finalize the much anticipated meal for this evening, it is now the time to strap the shoulder belt and prepare for departure out of Taipei.
探员您好，没错，就是你。这趟飞行你必须执行一项重要的任务。
Agent, please pay attention. You're about to begin a confidential flight mission. Wish you a wonderful journey. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for takeoff. Please make sure your seatbelts fastened.
Flying time will be over 13 hours tonight, given the need to circumvent much of China due to the ongoing geopolitical disputes between Taiwan and Beijing. But a slightly longer flight is not at all inconvenient when flying aboard one of the finest airlines in Asia. Now it is a time for the orchestra to begin. marvellous meal it was. That was no doubt the best Japanese meal I have ever had when departing outside of Japan. As the moonlight resembles a sunset with the starlit ceiling, it is the time to plunge into slumber in the comfort of a fully flat seat for the hours to come. The 13 hours journey across Eurasia offers an abundance of time to experience everything EVA has to offer. Having refreshed inside the Dreamliner bathroom, I returned to my seat and unboxed the Ferragamo amenity kit, which is made into a miniature suitcase, inside of which are common overnight amenities such as toothpaste, an eye mask, and an assortment of skincare products. Taking advantage of the time remaining before breakfast, I ordered a noodle soup, which seems like instant noodles served in a porcelain bowl. Thanks to the complimentary Wi-Fi for Royal Laurel passengers, I was able to keep myself busy for the remainder of the flight. Breakfast promptly began over the Black Sea, at which point we were 2.5 hours away from arrival. I have chosen the Taiwanese breakfast, which consists of a congee, fried eggs and other local condiments. This is my personal favorite breakfast on any airline, given the level of sophistication and variety which you would never encounter when ordering a Western-style omelette regardless of the carrier. The final hour left of the flight went by over the Swiss Alps as the Dreamliner gently descended into the Bavarian city of Munich. Eva Air is no longer as impressive as it was back in 2017, but the same statement can be said for virtually all 5-star carriers in today's post-pandemic world. Gone are the days of free-flow crew and designer-made menu card, but what remains of EVA, namely the world's finest business-class dining, first-class amenities from pajamas to slippers and hard-shell amenity kits, still cements the Taiwanese carrier as the most unique airline in Asia. Coexisting with the notable decline in service is the charm of the EVA hospitality, which is still at its best both from the ground and on board. It has been a pleasure, and I can't wait for our next departure. Thank you for watching this Wandering Scholar video.